Hey folks, Mike Dawkins from World Cast Anglers here with your Jackson Hole fly fishing forecast for the weekend of the 16th and 17th of September. I know it's been a hot minute. I apologize. Things have been really crazy good in that regard. We've been super busy at the fly shop and on the water and all sorts of things at the end of this summer season. But I'm here now and I promise I'll be back here these next couple weeks. So we've definitely had summer fade into fall. We're starting to see our summer hatches end. Those PMDs, those caddis and some of those other summer bugs are starting to wane, if not done. And now we're concentrating on our fall hatches, whether that be Hecuba drakes, whether that be mahoganies, whether that may be blue-wing olives. And then the rest of the time, we're still going to have some terrestrials and some things along those lines poking around as long as it stays sunny, nice and warm. I definitely would keep those in my fly boxes, in my kit bag, or in my pack moving forward, into the next couple of weeks. Our days are getting shorter. Our nighttime temperatures are getting cooler. Our daytime temperatures are definitely getting cooler as well, which are going to trigger a lot more of our fall hatches coming up ahead. We're also going to transition to other things. Our fishing times are going to move from the early morning and late evening periods of the most bug and fish activity to start coming into those afternoon and midday periods when water temperatures are at the most or their bug activity is at the most. And we're also going to start to see our fish moving into different water types. As flows drop, banks dry up, fish get displaced into other areas. As food sources change and water temperatures change, fish aren't going to have to keep their noses up in the gravel and the riffles for that highly oxygenated water when they can expel less energies and recirculations, eddies, seam lines, and slower water types. So have all of that sort of in your head as you sort of go into your fishing options for this coming weekend. If you go down to really like sexy summer banks and you don't get any fish or any activity or anything along those lines, try the inside flat. Try the recirculating eddies and those sort of whirlpools and things along those lines, and you'd be pleasantly surprised. The South Fork of the Snake, 7,390 CFS being discharged from Palisades Dam, 7,600 CFS there in the lower river. I don't remember a South Fork of the Snake holding on to its fishing quality through the dog days of summer and into early fall like it does right now. Water quality is awesome. Clarity is great. There's really limited moss and weed growth. It's awesome. Compared to the previous couple of years, the South Fork has just sort of scooted by through its summer fishing season, producing some awesome fishing days. Things are getting a little bit more challenging now, but nothing like the late summer and early falls we've seen for the past couple of years. We still have some mutant stones out. Hoppers are definitely still out on those warm, sunny days, so your dry dropper rigs are still very productive. And look for your mayfly hatches of your mahoganies and your blue-wing olives to be really productive here for the next couple of weeks. The Snake in Jackson, 2,380 CFS coming out of Jackson Lake Dam, 3,870 CFS there in the lower river. Very similarly, the Snake in its water quality is in awesome shape for the fall in the greater Jackson Hole area. Fall and spring are definitely two of my most favorite times to fish the Snake, and this one is teeing up to be one of those great opportunities. Lots of water, clean, cold water. Fish are in great shape. We're seeing great hatches of those leftover Hecuba drakes, the snake drakes, which are your smaller green or gray drakes. It's a fall drake. Mahoganies, Baetis, terrestrials as well. So stick with those dry dropper programs or those double single attractors in some of those softer water types, and you'll be pleasantly surprised. The Henry's Fork, 404 CFS coming out of the Box Canyon, 1,010 CFS there on the lower river. Look for the Henry's Fork to come back online here in these early fall months as water temperatures cool. That lower stuff that a lot of us probably haven't fished much since the springtime, Warm River to Ashton, Ora, Vernon, Chester, those are all going to come into play with mahoganies, Baetis, and some of your leftover terrestrial fishing. There's a lot of weed growth down there. Nothing like previous years, but it always, ends up sort of compiling up. So beware of that. And then, be looking for, those softer water types and things along those lines there on the lower Henry's Fork. The upper river, the Box Canyon, it's getting sort of skinny and you may leave some gel coat, on a couple rocks, but it's still fishing pretty darn good. I would try a dry dropper with a hopper and a deep dropper, or a double nymph rig with your tungsten tactical jigs, you know, tungsten pheasant tails, little blueing olive nymphs, zebra midges, any of that sort of technical tailwater fare. It will be really productive up there, as well as, you know, your streamer fishing as well. The Teton, 291 CFS up here in the valley, 520 CFS there on the lower river. The Teton is still in great shape. It's low, it's clear. The fish have seen a lot of flies. They've seen a lot of recreational users. They've seen a lot of everything. So be ready for some, probably the utmost technical fishing that you would see coming into this season. Mostly Hecuba, drakes, mahoganies, betas, and your leftover terrestrials. The lower river still fishing really well as well, and coming back online after the hot summer months, that you definitely want to throw those in your back pocket if you're looking to do something different. The fishing, you know, down there on the lower Teton has been really good. Flat Creek is also another great walk wade option in consideration, in addition of our other walk wade fisheries that are still have a lot of water in them for this time of year. So you're going to get a nice extended season in our DIY walk wade category, where in previous years those things dried up and got pretty bony, you know, this time of year, and were pretty much a non-option. Stick with your attractors, your dry droppers, you know, some small streamers, and definitely those softer water types. And I wouldn't be in a hurry to get out there early. You've got to think those are the funneling agents for most of our bigger rivers. So they're going to be feeding in the colder water. You know, they're going to have a little bit colder water temperatures because they start at a higher elevation and they're exposed to, you know, colder, higher elevation temperatures. So definitely those are going to be, you know, an afternoon option once things sort of warm up. Our weather this weekend looks awesome. Pretty traditional late summer weather here. Saturday 74 and 45, lots of sun. Sunday 74 and 46, lots of sun. So don't put all your wet wading gear away yet. We've still got about 10 days left of that. But at the end of this next coming week, it looks like pretty traditional fall weather. 60s, rain, cool temperatures, perfect baetis fishing, streamer fishing, waders, fleece, all of it. I couldn't be more excited. Our end of the summer sale is running now through this weekend. This weekend is the last weekend to save big on dollar flies. That's Dries, Nymphs, and Foam. 50% off of all streamers. Our sale rack is 60% off, 40% off summer sportswear. We've got 30% off boat bags, nets, and accessories. All sorts of great stuff to stock up for the fall season. We've been having some people do their early Christmas shopping, or just replace everything that you lost this summer or need to refill on moving forward into the fall. And I know it hurts me to say our winter fly fishing season ahead. So once again, thanks for tuning in. Have a great weekend and a safe weekend on the water, and we'll see you here next week.